What's up, guys? Jew here again. Hope you're doing good. Hope everything is fine. And today, just a quick video on, is training to failure necessary? So, is it necessary? I mean, it would depend on various factors, which is your life, your work, how your stress levels are, how you tolerate different stress levels, and how your diet is, how your food intake is. All of those factors play into if you can or should go to failure often or at all. And how do you find that out? As always, by flowing with your internal rhythm, as I always say. So giving out too much energy might need you to refill it somewhere else. It might be mentally or physically, or rather both. So, for example, when I did go to failure all the time for decades, I always craved sugar and fast food and all types of foods that I should eat that kept me even more out of balance. And it's kind of a loop, training to failure, pushing, and then refeeding and indulging on things I should eat. And over time, I thought this can't go on. So, when do I go to failure? I tried not going to failure. I felt good, but something in me said, oh, but you must, otherwise you don't push hard enough. But somehow, when I didn't push to failure that often or less, I could easier stick to my diet, especially if it was high protein. And even on lower calories, I could still train, do sets, train close to failure, and my body would recover and not be in constant stress. And I had to feed myself with different things to compensate, if that makes sense, because it is a balance of giving and taking, of receiving and giving, of exerting energy and taking it in. But if you exert to a point, your body has to refigure everything out. Your internal rhythm is like completely wrecked. It just scatters in all directions. You automatically try to balance it out, and most of the time you will balance it out like a bad thing. You will balance out with another bad thing. So I mean, that depends on if you should go to failure, and it is not only like if you're natural, or if even if you're not. But anyway, this channel is not for this. It is for training, how you should train for your mind and your body and your personal structure. And you can only do that if you listen to your internal rhythm. For example, right now, I know my diet. I know when I can push, or on a day, or even maybe a few days where I push a bit more or a bit less, or heavier or lighter. But it almost never is to failure. It is always close or at a threshold, but not really to failure until it feels good. I don't have to push to just do few more reps just to push like to complete failure, because I mean, I have other things to do where my mind should keep working. So I mean, that's how you discern. I know I have to do different other things where also my mind needs to be functioning, so I don't exert all my mental energy. And that is especially in on heavy lifts. You don't go to failure there. You keep a certain rhythm over time. Like if you do lighter weights, you could burn and go to failure more often. That is usually all right, and you can recover from that easier, usually. But that's for me. Maybe for you it's different. Maybe you can go to failure all the time, even on heavy weights, and you recover. That is, I mean, you have to find out. That is what I try to say. You have to find out and listen to your own rhythm and pay attention to it. And I mean, just flow with your own rhythm. It's hard to say, it's nothing to teach. You have to find out, and then you just flow with it. I mean, that is just how it is. So yeah. So should you go train to fail? Should you train to failure? Is it necessary? Depends on your structure. Depends on your rhythm. That is the answer, honestly. It depends on you. I told you what works for me, and you have to find that out for you. Try it out. try not going to failure for 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months. See how you feel. And then try to go to failure and see how you feel then. You act and reflect. That's it. So, I mean, not a definite answer, but that is how you guide people on the way. And yeah, I thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you truly. And love you all. And see you in the next video.